Honestly, coming up with the name was more difficult than concepting and drawing the whole collection. And that's because this has been dying to get out of my head. It's been in there for, I feel like for so long that it flowed so easily and so effortlessly that it was amazing. The amount of time that it took was so much less than many of my collections, just because it had really grown and blossomed in my head before I executed any of it. And that's pretty amazing because that does not happen often when I channel that kind of explosive creative energy. It's pretty amazing. And so let's get into this a bit. And what I love about this is that the Highland cow and the raven, they really have such timeless elements. And especially considering the Highland cow is the oldest cattle breed known to man that ever existed, and then the raven just kind of adds that mysterious element that you will find in art throughout time. It's just simply so classic. And then really keeping with kind of a timeless feel. I felt like a country rose, a classic country rose, was really the right fit to go with all of this. And then underneath it here, let's take a look here. So again, going with that timeless, kind of capturing a sort of almost medieval era. Like I wanted to do something, a pattern that kind of resembled the medieval cross with the sides all equal to one another, but executing it with one of the leaf motif elements, and then paired beautifully with this ribbon pattern. And the two contrasting sizes are so beautiful. And again, going back to the timeless feel, a more delicate, less structured ribbon or bow is something that you find throughout time in artwork, as opposed to a really big, fluffy bow that's kind of a more modern thing, kind of a more modern holiday thing. And so bringing modern into it is the overwhelming love of the Highland cow motif again. So it's a really beautiful way to pair the past with the present, and that's how it fits in and is so relevant. And then once that trend or phase passes a bit, it goes right back to being a simply timeless classic piece. Whatever this goes on, I can really see this on beautiful porcelain canisters or serving trays, coarse fabric. These patterns would work so wonderfully on pillows, or really this would be a great tablecloth. And place settings, like all of this translates so wonderfully. Pillows, I can absolutely see this blessing on a pillow, even wall art. But when I came across this font, it was the perfect marriage. I knew that it was the one as soon as I come across it and had it structured with this little mini prayer. And this is Gianna. It is a royalty-free font. I always pick royalty-free fonts whenever I'm creating my collections for use in case you need direction for what would pair well with it. And then let's move on here. Excuse me. To the other elements that round out this whole collection. Something that's really kind of wonderful and intriguing are the elements in art throughout history. They always kind of add something that piques your interest. And with the raven's foot charm, that's something that really piques one's interest and pulls you in. And you don't notice it right away when you're just simply going through and glancing at everything. But then once you start looking, once you notice the raven's foot charm, which is a really beautiful good luck charm, then it draws the eye in to be like, what else is in here that I need to look at and discover? And then, you really take in and appreciate all of the little elements, all of the little designs. This is like kind of like a nice little eye spy for your eyes. So at first glance, it's gorgeous. And then once you're pulled in, it's just like a bit more appreciation for the fine elements within the piece. Let me see, did I go through all of them? Yeah, I got them all. This is a great, beautiful little mini collection. Gorgeous black and white china, Chinoiserie, just stunning. So I can see this on, of course, ceramic, porcelain pieces, and of course fabrics, just really gorgeous on soft goods. Really pleased with this one. It flowed out of my brain quite beautifully.